We are live, we are here. Welcome back, y'all, to Girl. Can y'all see the beautifulness that's happening behind us? Y'all see the sun, the sky top. We have a beautiful lady here sitting here. Well, too, because I'm beautiful, too.
Period.
But yeah, we here. Welcome back to Girl, y'all. You already know we got Anastasia of Guileless Intentions here.
That's right.
You know, so we're sitting with another podcaster. That is so cool. Shouts to you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is beautiful. This is lovely.
Yes. I feel good. You know, we look good. The sun's shining on us, so we are shining.
Catch a gleam.
You know, catch the gleam, honey. We are outside. This is so cool. So Anastasia, hi.
Hi, girl. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I feel blessed. The energy is good. The ambiance is very relaxing.
Yes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my first guest here on the Sky Top.
I feel honored.
Because we going up right now. So, you know.
Right.
For real. But we were talking a lot behind the scenes.
Right.
We were talking a lot behind the scenes. You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So shouts to you.
Thank you.
So how we met at Lounge Studios. Shouts to Lounge.
Shout out to Lounge Studios.
Yeah, you know, this is where Girl got their start from, at Lounge Studios. So shouts to Lounge. And we met at Lounge Studios through Kalia Clark. Yeah, Who Styling Who. Shouts to Kalia.
Shout out to her. That's my girl.
And yeah, I was thoroughly interested. We started following each other, and then I saw your post. And I saw the name of your show, and I was like, Guileless Intentions, like, what does that mean?
A lot of people get thrown off.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. I don't know if it's thrown off, it's just interest. It's that nosiness. It's just curiosity. Like, what is that? What does that mean? So I went and looked it up, but you tell me what Guileless Intentions is for you, and why did you name the podcast Guileless Intentions?
So guileless, by definition, is raw, uncut, direct, without any poor intention. And I chose that name. First of all, I wanted it to make people think. So I'm happy that it gave you that effect. But I live my life as a very honest person. It's very important to me to be very direct with the things I say. And I am one of those women that I'm very comfortable speaking on uncomfortable topics and keeping it real, right? So I wanted my podcast to portray that. You know, to know that when you sit down on Guileless and you have a conversation, everything is going to be unfiltered. Everything is going to be real. And we're going to talk about the stuff that we're going to go there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I like that, because that's sort of what this is. Open dialogue, and we just going to have open conversation. We're going to talk, and yeah, we're going to go there. You know?
I love Girl because I feel like you definitely give the girl's girl women empowerment vibe, and it's very important to have that in these times and in this industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, we're girls of this industry, so we kind of know what this industry can give.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you definitely gotta be. One of my guests, Stack, said it. You have to be relentless, and you have to have you gotta be strong.
Facts.
In this industry, and it's important for us women to have each other's back. In this industry too. It's important for us to form relationships and keep those relationships as best
genuine
as genuine relationships. It's important for us because we need each other in this industry. There's so much that, you know, we don't know. And we can learn together, and of course, like I always say, like we're better together.
That's a fact. There's always definitely strength in numbers.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a newbie coming into this. You know, I feel like you're more seasoned than me. Like I was talking to you about your music and stuff and how you got started. So I look for the more established big sisters that I can be like, hey, you know, what you think about this? And you want to have that being approachable factor about you. Because it just makes if everyone just had that mindset, it just makes the industry as a whole a better environment.
Yeah. What was it that you said? Like being intentional. Yeah. Just being intentional in what you say, what you do, what you provide, and how you go about, you know, just being genuinely willing to help other people, you know, and that's the part of being intentional, of course, you know. But how did you get started with your podcast? What made you start the podcast?
So I talk a lot. I talk too much. I mean, my mom always told me, you talk so much, but I'm a people person, and I'm very different. Like, I'm a left-handed person. I do not go with the grain. I think outside of the box. So I like to give my opinions. I'm not a person that's like quick to judge if everybody's jumping on somebody. I want to know the facts before I jump. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah,
so
same.
Sometimes I'll be on Instagram Live, especially during the pandemic, and there's different issues happening. There was so many things happening, riots, all these things, and I'm saying my opinions on Instagram Lives with my friends, and someone suggested to me and was like, you know, you should try to do like a platform. And I was nervous, but I was like, you know, I feel like I do have a voice. I feel like I would like to share my opinion with the world and connect with other people. So I decided that last year I was going to just like, well, then go for it and take it from Instagram Live to like more of a formal setting.
That's cool. That's interesting that you said you was nervous because you was already on a platform. You know?
It's different. Like, I don't know, because Instagram, I feel like it's like a certain amount of audience, but I feel like, you know, when you get a podcast, you're putting it out on the streaming services, your YouTube. It's just more.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah. It's more broad.
It's more broad.
Yeah.
And I'm introvert, extrovert, if that makes sense.
So am I. I'm socially awkward.
Yeah.
I'm socially awkward. I'm very social with the people I know.
That's the thing.
And I'm very awkward with people I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I gotta figure out that comfortability, but I love it. It gets better with time.
Isn't that something though, for us to be so socially awkward? And there's so many of us creatives that are socially awkward, that are in an industry that we have to be social.
You have to be social.
You have to be social.
I am the person to like walk up to you, introduce myself, and then say something. And I'm like, did I say too much, or did I not say enough? And, you know, just trying to find my
same.
place here.
I always have those moments when I'm having a conversation, then I don't know how to close it. And it's like
those phone calls that
So it's like, all right, well, talk to you later. You know, it's just So
it was great seeing you.
Yeah,
we have to link again. You know,
it's one of those things. You're just like, all right, well, whatever. But going back to what you said about you talk a lot, and your mom used to always tell you talk a lot, because my mom used to tell me I used to talk a lot. My teacher used to call the house all the time. My mom used to always have to come to school and talk to the teachers, and it was always like, your daughter is always talking in class. And
look at that gift.
Look at that gift, mommy. Look where it brought me.
Got me.
Look where it got me. See, me running my mouth worked. It worked.
Call them teachers up.
You know, you let them know. Miss Little from second grade.
Oh, she remembered the name. She remembered the name.
Yes,
Second
absolutely.
grade.
Absolutely.
I
Second grade. I remember Miss Little. I drove her crazy. That's why I remember her. And she was already an elder lady, you know, at the time.
She really didn't have no patience.
Yeah. So I drove her crazy. It was every day. She was like, Glenda. That's my real name, y'all.
Glenda?
Like, Glenda. Oh my God. You just always have something to say. I'm going to call your mom. I'm like, she knows.
She lived with me.
She knows, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be upset, but okay. Okay, I was one of those kids that had to challenge the teacher. There was always a question. Like, I always had a question, why, you know.
That's definitely a sign of intelligence, though, high intelligence. That questions, you know, that's how we learn.
Yeah.
I would be concerned if a child is not asking any questions.
Yeah, I'd asked a lot of questions. Maybe sometimes I asked too many. And a lot of times probably at the wrong time. You know? But I asked a lot of questions, yeah. But yeah, shouts to us, because look where it got us, you know, look where we are, and we're using that gift. We talked about earlier, I was, when you asked me about my music career, and I was saying how, you know, now at this point in my life, I feel like I need to use my voice in another way, and just be a little bit more intentional in what I'm putting out there, you know? And what I want to talk about, what I want to cover, what I want to, you know, be, what people remember me for. So this is
building your legacy.
Building my legacy.
I love that.
Building my legacy. And this is where, podcasting came into play. It gives you the opportunity to be able to use your voice, and hopefully I'm using my voice in the right
you are.
the right way.
I've watched a few episodes of your podcast.
Thank you. I watched some of yours too, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I like this. I like the conversations. I like the guests. And again, I just really love the title. That's what drew me in. It was like, wait a minute, what is this about? What does this mean? And I had to look it up, and I was like, wow, this is cool. And I watched the show, and I was like, yeah, girl, so look out,
Thank you.
So yeah. Shouts to us, ladies out here just making moves, doing our thing and going for it.
I feel like in 2023, women are really, it's not even just 23, I think for the last few years, we've really stepped it up.
We did.
Like, we really bringing it right now.
We are.
And if you think about where we came from being in a house and just overlooked for the roles of just raising children and cooking, to being like our own financial providers now and sustainable and vice president. Yeah. Like, it's amazing.
It's evolution.
Right.
It's evolution. I remember in the early 90s, I'm 10, y'all, so don't judge me. But I remember in the early 90s, I have 2 older brothers, and I remember one of my older brothers saying, it's changing, like what's happening, this independent women. I don't remember what song it was.
Destiny's Child.
No, it was before.
It was before
early 90s. It was before Destiny's Child. And he was saying that because, music started changing. Women started singing about things differently. We had the Adina Howard. We had the Adina Howards. We had, these different artists that were, saying what it is. And I remember him saying that. And it was like, I remember that always sitting in my head. Like, yeah, because I remember being raised as, holding down my brothers, making sure they eat, making sure, cooking and taking care. Gender roles, and then when that started happening, I remember feeling like, yeah.
I've been wanting to say that.
Yeah. Like, I'm not doing that for you. I'm not supposed to do that for you. You better fix your own own play up and fix mine.
I love Salt and Pepper.
So do I.
They were very much influential for me. Like, they made me feel like they were bold and like,
yeah.
That's right. I was a little younger, but I had like a lot. I was always with my older cousins, and they, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to be when I get older. Like, they're just outspoken.
Yeah. Yeah. Shouts to Salt and Pepper. Mm-hmm. But just look at us now. In 2023, we are pretty much at this point going towards taking over the world.
Yeah.
I want to see the future is woman.
I want to see a woman president, like an actual, like not the vice only, but I think that we have the ability to negotiate very well.
Yeah.
We are very much in control. A lot of people tend to categorize us as emotional creatures, but that has its benefits as well.
I think that has a lot of benefits, actually, because I do believe that feeling through what it is that you need to feel through actually gives you more clarity instead of denying it,
running the world with an iron fist.
Yeah.
So maybe if that's been done, my thing is if that's been done all these years and it's not really gotten us to a place of real peace, why don't we try something different? Why don't we see what a woman can get done?
Are y'all listening?
It just might,
Are y'all listening? Do y'all hear us?
Just saying.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I totally agree with that. And I do believe that we will have a woman's president. Speaking of which, like, are you following what's happening as far as Trump is concerned? And were you following the whole debacle between Trump and Hillary?
That thing make me cross-eyed. As far as I've gotten, because I can't get too deep with the politics because I get really frustrated. But what I know was that there was like some type of arraignment or arrest trying to be happening with him. And I was confused because I thought that he was supposed to be trying to run again. So
he is actually still trying to run again.
So isn't he going to jail?
I don't think so. He hasn't been arraigned, right? He has been arraigned. Oh, he has been arraigned. Oh.
And he was charged. Wasn't he charged with like 31 counts of because I think it was something about him lying.
Totally confused.
20,
supposedly arraigned.
Yeah, he lied about an affair. Obviously, he was married to his wife.
Yeah.
And I think he paid off the woman that he had an affair with, and that's a crime.
Oof. Trump.
So I was just like, okay, I don't know how you're gonna run for president because you got a lot of stuff going on, buddy. You gotta pay attention to me.
I thought I saw something that said that he was still running for, I believe I heard a speech of him saying that he was still, right? He was still running for president. So that's why I'm like, he's still running for president. He's still gonna run for president. I don't know. I feel like Trump knows all the loopholes and he's gonna find a way out of this. And he's possibly going to win presidency again. That's a possibility.
I feel more than a politician, he is a businessman before anything.
Absolutely.
I think that's the advantage that he has, because to be in business, you have to be very strategic.
Yeah.
And he's that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That show with our current president, I don't really know. I feel like there's not too many appearances that I
expected, right?
As I expect. I feel like we've had other presidents that are very much more vocal and out there. So, but I definitely would like to see a fresh face for the elections. Yeah. And someone that we can depend on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I believe we need leadership, you know, but I don't know. The leadership that we've been getting.
Come on, Oprah. I'm playing, girl.
I don't know. Oprah's not really getting a good rep herself nowadays lately.
Really?
You know?
Talking about that Monique thing?
Yeah, unfortunately.
It just hurt my heart because I love her book club, so I don't know.
I love Oprah.
I love Monique too, though.
Yeah, I love Monique as well. Yeah.
That was hard. I don't know.
We gotta figure something out, man. You know, we gotta figure something out. We gotta get the ladies in motion. We definitely gotta find a way to get ourselves together. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's reel it a little back in, because again, we were talking so much, you know, earlier, and you had stated that you have a fashion line.
Yes.
Let's talk about your fashion line.
So I'm very shy when I talk about it because it's my baby and I'm still like in the very early stages. I'm a fashion designer. I do swimsuits, and I've loved fashion as far as I can tell. I have a permanent scar on the bottom of my left foot. Yeah. From sewing door clothes. I believe I was trying to make a swimsuit and forgetting the needle was on the floor in my mother's room, jumping off her bed, and the needle went in my foot.
Oh my God.
But that scar is kind of like my reminder of like, that's how passionate I've been for so long. So I started a line last year, a little something just to test the waters and see how it would be. But this year, I'm working on my swims, and I'm very excited because these are my actual original designs that I've hand drawn myself.
Oh, nice.
Getting manufactured in New York. And if things go as planned, they'll be here by May, you know, or by May, June. So I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. Yeah. So are you starting an online store?
Yes, I've always had an online store, but it's definitely turning it up a notch. Definitely trying to shoot in different countries, to expand and reach new audiences and things, different cultures and things like that.
Nice.
We're walking in a runway show this year. I don't want to announce which one just yet. It's a surprise. But, you know, I feel like that show is definitely going to give us the attention that we need. And the swims are special because they're not just regular swims. Okay. They are shapewear swims. Okay. So I was a big girl.
Yes, honey. Snatch these waists.
Yes. I was a big girl for a long time. Yeah. And I used to get frustrated when I shopped because I felt like the bigger the sizes, the less attractive the pieces were. And that bothered me a lot. And so I told myself, because I've been working on this concept for years, but it's now in motion. I told myself that I was going to create a line of what I wanted to see. So my swimsuits are very luxurious. They're luxury, it's a high-end line, but we're going to go up to like 5X, and you're going to look just as sexy as the extra small.
That's right.
And it's the fabric, like you put it on, and it's like you flew to DR and got a BBL. Ooh. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because I need to get a couple.
Yes.
I need to get a couple.
I mean, you're definitely going to walk down the beach and be like, who's that girl? I'm that girl.
Yes. I love that. I love that. So the swimsuits are for all sizes?
Yes. So when we initially launched, we're starting off with the small to extra large. And then, you know, because I also learned, because, you know, in the fashion world, that the bigger the size, the more expensive. Yeah, the material. Which is why I get the material, especially if you're using, and I'm using the best because I want my women to feel and look good. So you know, we're starting off with that, and then you gradually work your way up. But my goal is to go up to at least a 5'6". That's my point. And I want my plus size models, my full figure women, my small, like it's gonna be just all inclusive. You know, that's I'm going.
So styles, what are styles that you have?
So we're very classic. Think Dorothy Dandridge, Audrey Hepburn, you know, that type of vintage feel. I do have one pieces that offer full coverage. I do have the sexy cutouts. I am going to have some lace in there.
Okay.
Good stuff. I am going to have the very, do you want to get in the water with this? Because it looks that good for, you know, the influencers and the fashion models.
Awesome.
And then we're going to have just the basics where, you know, you're super sexy, but you can definitely go take a swim with it.
Oh, dope. There's a crochet. You have crochet pieces?
I do not have crochet pieces yet.
My mom is a crochet. She
Really?
crochets, yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
So she's been working on some things as well. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, crochet is definitely in though.
Yeah, I seen some shoes. I was like, what?
I'm in an upcoming fashion show as a model in May, and one of the designers, she's like her whole line is crochet, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, like
Nice.
every piece of clothing was crochet. So that's definitely trending right now.
Yeah, I definitely love how everybody's being so creative.
Yeah.
You know, the pandemic brought the creativity out of so many people.
It changed the game. Because I mean, we really didn't know. Like there were people, they were laying off people left and right from these 9 to 5. So you had to get ready just in case.
Yeah.
You know, that's what made me decide. I originally had a cosmetic business, She Was, and I was just like, you know, they fired let go a few of my coworkers. Let me get into I love makeup. Let me get into the lip gloss and stuff like that. So I definitely agree with that. The pandemic.
So you did a couple of different things before you actually decided, like, this is what I'm going to do, or these things are still being implemented in everything, like your makeup. Are you still going to, you know, do your makeup?
Yeah, it was under a different brand, She Was, that I had, and I was doing like gloss, scrubs, more like spa things. And BenAnne definitely has makeup coming. I'm just trying to get the swims off the ground first. I definitely have a full makeup line coming now. It's just going to be the lip liner, the foundation.
Nice.
Cater to colors.
Right.
You know, I feel like it was always hard for me and my friends to like always find shades. Like I still even have to mix colors to get exactly, because we change in the summer and the winter and stuff. So, and for our type of skin, and I have very sensitive skin, so yeah.
That's a real good, that's dope, because I know me, like, I'm a girl's girl, and I like girl stuff. I like makeup. I like accessories, all that stuff. But I don't know nothing about it. I'll be completely honest. My sister's a makeup artist, but I don't know nothing about it. Like, I'll get a foundation. It might not work, but I'm going to find a way to make it work. But I don't never sit and think, like, you know what, I'm going to make my own because this does it. You know, that was never like a thought of mine. So it's always dope to hear people like, wow, you actually thought about, you actually thought about making your own. Like,
and when I started, I didn't even know how to put on makeup at all. I'm still, like, YouTube is my best friend.
Yeah.
I go to YouTube Academy.
Yeah.
And,
and that's it.
I'm working.
I'm simple with the makeup, the eyeliner, and I'll do the foundation and stuff, but all the extras
to get you in through the door.
Right. The extras I really hate to wear makeup though. So, and my sister hates to do my makeup because I'm fidgety. I don't sit still. I'm just always like, are you done?
You're busy.
Yeah.
Busy people is hard for them with makeup.
Yeah.
You're just like, I gotta check my phone.
Yeah. And she's like, would you just put your head up, close your eyes, do And I'm like, oh, you rough. We go through it. So she's like, I don't like doing your makeup. I'm like, I don't like you doing my makeup. Just leave me alone. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Seriously. But so Guileless Intentions, besides you being on YouTube, you're on radio as well.
Well, I'm not even on YouTube anymore. When I was on the media platform I was on before, Street Media, shout out to them, and shout out to Math. I was on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
Since I went independent now, I'm on Spotify. Well, first and foremost, I'm on Desert Storm Radio.
Yeah, that's
live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then I'm for people that prefer, they want the video, the visual. I'm on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, all the streaming services. I am working on a YouTube channel, but I'm like a perfectionist, so I have someone working on that for me. But that is coming soon too.
So you go live on Desert Storm with Guileless?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. It's on the radio live, and it's broadcasted in 47 countries.
Oh, awesome. So where do you go live from? Are you in lounge at that time as well, or that's?
No, I pre-record.
Oh, you
I pre-record my shows, and then I give them the files, and then they drop it live on airplay.
Awesome. That is really, really dope. So what is next for you?
Getting into a little bit of acting.
Yeah, I like that. Girl, you better.
I'm getting into acting. I'm working with like acting coaches now. I'm trying to like learn how to do my voiceovers, and I want to do like some commercials. And definitely going very, very, very deep into the fashion, like full throttle. Like my daughter is just turned 17. Next year she's a senior. She's going away to college, and my goal is to live in France for like a month or two.
I ain't even mad at that, girl. That's right.
Yeah, you know, like
because I'm coming out there to visit.
You better come. You better come.
I'm coming out there to visit. So yeah,
and I want to be mentored out there. And you know, America is beautiful. This is home, but there's so much other parts of the world that fashion is big. So I want to just learn about other stuff.
Absolutely. I didn't really get to experience that aspect when I went to Paris, but just being able to see Paris, you know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And, you know, just being able to see the world, of course. I mean, look, first of all, let me just say this. Because we're brethren, you know, and we're letting this be known right here on Girl. We're brethren. We're of Garifuna descent. Shouts to us. By way of Belize, by way of Honduras. And you know where our people originally are from, St. Vincent. So yeah, shouts to the Garifuna tribe. And just being from a different country, period, I think that plays a lot to who we are, number one. You know, the culture, just the warmth, you know, those vibes and stuff.
Very friendly and welcoming.
Very friendly and welcoming. Yeah. So just us being able to have that background, we already understand what it is to be outside of America, you know?
I mean, my grandmother, she's my bestie, and you know, she really came here and just like took a chance in a country she know nothing about. So I just feel like it is my duty to explore and exhaust all opportunities that we have, because like, what was that voyage for?
That's
you know what I'm saying? And I just feel blessed, like, you know, just to be able to experience it in any capacity. I feel very blessed, and I'm doing something that I love and I enjoy, and you just finding my neck.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you on that. Absolutely, we owe it to our ancestors.
That's a fact.
We owe it to our ancestors, you know, to
be rolling the grave like you over there just doing nothing. America, come on now.
Yeah, better get out there and get busy, girl. That's right. Do everything you said you wanted to do, and why not?
Right.
And especially now in this world, we see that we can do it.
Yeah,
we can do it.
I've realized that there is nothing you should not try.
Yeah.
Life is very short and unpredictable, and even if you fail at something, you can sit with the fact that I tried it.
Yeah.
To live with the what if and the question mark is just too much for me. Like, I need to know.
I'm with you on that.
And you're sometimes greater than you thought you would be.
Absolutely.
So I always encourage everybody, even if it sounds crazy to everybody else, your vision is not supposed to make sense to other people. It was given to you. It got to make sense to you. That's all.
And it takes a while for that to really settle with yourself and understanding that, because you really want your people to see what you see. You really want them to be a part of what you know. You really want them to walk with you on this journey, because like, I see this, but you really have to know, like, you see this.
And I've gone through the saltiness. Like, you're my friend, you're my family, you're not supporting me the way I want you to. But I realize that they usually catch on later.
Yeah.
Other people that don't know you are gonna show up for you and support you. For some reason, they're always excited about what you got going on. And when the world is celebrating you, that's when, you know. So I just feel like we shouldn't even focus on that. Because if you tell your mother or your father you're going to quit your job and chase your dreams, they just going to be like, all right, crazy tale.
My mother to this day still asks me, like, so are you going to work today? I done told you 10 million times, lady. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no job.
Well, you do have a job. This is
my job, but but
my life and
she doesn't understand that this is, like
the old school.
It's a hobby,
the
right?
Pension and the 9 to 5.
Right. Right. She always tell me, "What are you going to do when you retire?" And I look at her like, "What are you doing?" Because it ain't even helping you now. You struggling.
Like, what I'm doing is going to benefit the both of us in the long run. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So, honey, like, hello. Sorry, mommy. If you ever watch this.
Just joking.
Yeah. She gonna be like, that damn girl always got something to say. I'm tearing over here because I can hear her. Like, she always got something to say. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, listen, we just out here just definitely trying to do better than, what we know.
Yeah,
be better from what we come from as well.
I want to just normalize luxury in our community unapologetically. I want us to realize that it is okay to desire more than the minimum.
Yeah.
It is okay to want more than what you see around you, what you've been raised by. It does not define what you can have access to. You are your greatest vessel. Push yourself.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing that you don't have a right to go for.
Yeah.
And you don't have to apologize for one of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know it's hard. It's hard. It's what do they say? Easier said than done, right? But it really isn't. It's a hard thought when you thought that you can't have more.
Yeah.
So it becomes difficult to even think for more, you know? But again, now we're in a time where you see these things are tangible. Everybody's actually going for it. Actually, people are,
These people going on TikTok and doing like this, and they getting rich and going viral, and what?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, times are really, it's different.
It's different.
It's very different.
It's different. And it is definitely a matter of us changing our mind and deciding that we want more. And that we want to do more.
That part. That part.
Yeah, it's making the choice to actually go for it and do it. I talked to Dan, and I'm like, it's hard to stay motivated every day, but I
definitely is.
I do my best to, and like I said, like I believe I told Dan, like I look at people like yourself that okay, the inspiration keeps me motivated. And it's like, all right, you ain't got time to sit back and try to. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going, because everybody's out there getting it. And I don't know what's going on with you on your day-to-day. You may be having some personal issues or maybe going through something, but you keeping yourself motivated. So why can't I?
Definitely. It's I even do something on my podcast Instagram page called Mental Health Mondays.
Yeah.
That's for the community, but that's also for myself, because Monday is the hardest day. I wake up and I'm like, I'm still not rich. Okay, I gotta work,
Yeah.
And I just to kind of set the tone for the week, put positivity out there into the air and into my own self, check in with myself. And it is hard to stay motivated. But what I've realized too is that just when you about to throw that towel in, it'd be like, that's when the breakthrough happened. And you'll be so mad at yourself if you realized how close you were to achieving what you wanted and you just gave up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's about walking by faith, not by sight. So we don't necessarily know the timing of things, but I believe we can feel it. We can feel it.
Definitely.
It's a feeling.
Because I've been talking about leaving my job for years, and it was just a conversation. It was a thought, and then as time went on, one day it just clicked, and I said, you know what? I'm planning my exit. Because I don't advise nobody. Don't listen to Beyonce. Don't just quit your job. She was just joking. But you should pursue what you want. But I definitely started to work towards planning, and I knew, and I said, this is the time. I'm ready for it now. Because you have to be ready for the blessings that you're asking for too.
Absolutely.
So I was mentally prepared, and I was like, no matter what happens, I'm gonna give it my all and see what it do.
And you did it.
And here we are. So
that's inspiration, y'all. Like seriously, like you really have to, what we said, feel through your feelings. You definitely have to feel it out. It's going to be a guide. It's going to help you. It's going to give you some type of clarity. We really can't run away from what we feel or how we feel. You have to address it. You have to talk about it. You have to feel it, you know, and that's the only way that you're going to get over it. You're going to get past it, and you're going to be able to live freely, because that's what we want. At the end of the day, we want freedom.
Definitely. Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. We want spiritual freedom.
Time.
We want mental freedom. We want time, you know? So these things that we want, we have to actually be willing to do the work for ourselves, inside ourselves, to actually get to where we want to go and what we want to do. So, you know, listen, I left my job a long time ago. She left her job a long time ago. And this is
not that long.
Oh, not that long
It's
ago.
recent.
But
So
and
I'm
this
still
is
going
not
through
easy.
My days that I'm just like
damn, right?
I wake up and I'm like, you really left your career. Like, but it also is like, you have to do this now. I'm holding myself accountable. I've actually decided to set different alarms. I have alarms for every 15 minutes of the day to remind myself to be productive. I'm like, okay, I'm no longer following the template that was created for me. I'm creating my own template now.
That's right.
So each and every increment of my time has to make sense, because time is the one thing that you cannot get back.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this?
So that's how I'm just trying to, like, every day, you know, doing this, working out, bring some mental clarity. So I'm trying to, like, push myself. There's a gym downstairs that I say hi to and I walk past every day. I'm trying.
I'm back at the park. I do my daily walks.
Oh,
you know,
really?
yeah.
Oh, please post that, because if I see you running, I'm gonna get a picture. That's how we work.
And I've been doing my videos, so yeah, I'm gonna start posting those as well. I did say I was gonna start going live more on Girl.
I need to see that.
Yeah. So I've been doing that as well. So yeah, and it's true. It definitely makes you feel so much better, you know, even if it's just for the moment.
Yeah,
you know,
you set the tone. You know, you got that adrenaline. All right, what I'm gonna do next. You know, I do have days that I have to sleep in sometimes. It's just draining, you know, but for the most part, I just try to push.
Yeah. So basically, y'all get up, get out, and get something. Get it done.
Where's that from?
Outkast.
Get up, get out.
Yeah, Outkast. That was their first record. But yeah, you know, just get it done. Like I was saying, like, you know, this inspiration right here. You know, of course, every day is not a good day. Every day is not easy, but we just pushing, we just making it happen, and we're doing what we love to do too. So you have to find something that you love that's going to get you motivated, and it's going to get you going, and you know, so you can do what it is that you want to do. You know, and again, at the end of the day, it's about freedom. We want to be free.
Time to do what you want to do, to travel, spend time with your friends, your family.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself healthy, keep your mind healthy, you know, and we're in a time where mental health is at an all-time high.
Nothing was the same after the pandemic. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like people are still acting crazy.
You know what's crazy about it is that I didn't realize how much of an effect that it was going to have. And even myself, I could say, like, so last year I attended the Labor Day parade, which was the first year, you know, it happened since the pandemic. And I realized, like, at the Labor Day parade, I almost had an anxiety attack.
Oh, God.
It was fine at first. We weren't, you know, in the mix of the crowd. It was very empty. We walking around, we're having a good time, enjoying the music. But we came into an area where it was still pretty good. It was, you know, the people were scarce, but I guess the parade had already ended, so people were coming back. Now the crowd is coming back, and now where we were got ridiculously tight. And I just felt myself like, oh my God.
And you had never experienced anxiety before?
I've never experienced that before, and I've been doing the Labor Day parade forever. And I was like, oh my God. And I had to get out of there quick. And when I got out and I got out of the crowd and I got to an area where it was like a little empty, like I just, wow. You know, and I was shaking. I felt like I was gonna faint. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I didn't realize how much the pandemic, because I wasn't around people. I really wasn't around people. And when I was around people, they were around me. in my space. I wasn't actually out around people. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that it affected me in that way. Like, it's like, wow.
I've had a few people tell me that, like, even with my daughter, we went to a baby shower after the pandemic, and she's never had anxiety. And we went there, and it was a big crowd, and she's like, it's too many people here. And I'm like, I'm brushing it off. But when I looked, I'm like, oh, she's serious. And I was like, you know what? We're just still coming out of being locked down, because we were really quarantining, like, for real.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, I said, oh no. And then I was still working in the field at the time. The mental health skyrocketed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting calls back to back to back to back. And I had a particular area of my company that I worked with professionals. I mean, this is like nurses, doctors, teachers that completely lost their minds strictly because of COVID. Like, that was mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, COVID did a number. It did a number. Not only just keeping people isolated, and remember, so many people are the deaths. So many people lived alone already and were isolated, So it was
social contact, except online.
Yeah,
that was the one time that I was very thankful for the internet. We needed that
we did.
Because without that, we would have definitely been like done.
We did. That was actually shouts to D Nice, all the online parties, the internet parties that we had.
That's when we started doing the Zoom baby showers. Yeah. I think people did Zoom weddings. It really brought out the creativity.
Yeah, it really brought out the creativity, but it brought out so much more. And now we have the mental health crisis, unfortunately, is like at an all-time high right now, So it's, we just got to figure out what is it what we need, what we want. I think we really have to be more compassionate. We have to definitely empathetic, because so many people are going through so much. Even the people that you see that are on top, celebrities, they're going through things as well.
Got fucking Fridays.
He got what?
Fucking Fridays.
No.
You don't know about that?
No.
I love him on Fridays.
Yeah?
That's the only day I really look at his page. Every Fridays, and he's just like, fuck you, fuck everything. I'm not doing anything but just
chill on Friday.
And he just encourages everybody to just, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Diddy's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So imagine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't discriminate.
It don't discriminate. Not at all. Not at all. The best of us are going through the worst of things,
I have a question.
Yes.
I want to know what type of genre of music you sing. I'm so curious.
Oh, well, I'm a hip hop artist.
Okay.
I do my 1-2. I am a Grammy considered hip hop artist. So I've been considered for a Grammy over 5 times. Shouts to me. I've been on a couple of mixtapes with Mag Distribution.
The name definitely ring bells.
Yes.
Sure.
And I I got a couple of accolades under my belt. I've worked with a couple of different people. I was part of a male-female hip-hop duo called ToniSteelz, and we were a multi-award winning hip-hop art group, and male-female.
Okay.
One of the first, actually, out here. So we did our numbers, we did our thing, and worked with a couple of other artists. Worked with Prayer, that is part of the conglomerate. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you heard my name with Batman thing, with Prayer, that was able to land on BT, Vibe, Hype Magazine, a couple of places.
That's probably right.
So I've been doing my thing for a little while. I kind of fell back from music only because, just trying to figure it out.
Next chapter,
but I still love my music. It opened up all these doors for me. I met a lot of people through doing music, and I still love doing music. That's still my number one thing. And y'all stay tuned for Tony on the Hudson, because that's coming.
You'll see the background.
Because that's coming. So there's a lot more in store for ToniSteelz, So yeah,
I admire that.
Yeah, I do my one thing. Maybe Jeeves and I work together. I know he's on Desert Storm Radio as well.
Oh yes, Jeeves.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Jeeves and I had when I did my radio show, it's to go with ToniSteelz. Jeeves was my DJ and co-host. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So me and Jeeves go back.
Such a small world.
Small world. You know, this entertainment is a small
everybody
world.
know everybody.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Small
He
world.
gonna see this.
Yeah. So shouts to Jeeves. And yeah, so I've been doing. I'm one of those anomalies, I guess I would say, in hip hop. It's like, you know, people know the name. A lot of people know the name. One thing I always get is that, oh, you ToniSteelz. I get that a lot.
I've heard your name plenty of times, but I didn't know the face. So when I went to I said the dots connected. I said, oh, she lit. Okay, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm one of those
dope.
people that people don't know, but they know.
The name, I would love for your name to ring bells.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's always dope to see that when people are like, oh, you ToniSteelz. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh,
it is I.
Yeah, you know, so that's always cool. But you know, I'm one of those people that's out there but not. So it's one of those things, you know.
That's so cool.
But yeah, what else you want to
love
know?
music.
What else you want to know, girl?
I want to know, like, because I know you have like several podcasts tagged.
I do.
So like, what you got going on? I'm so curious.
So we have Rap Sis that's going to be coming soon, and Rap Sis is pretty much catered to the female MCs.
Oh,
you know,
that's
so
gonna be so fire.
I'm a female MC. I do my 1-2, so I want to sit with other women, you know, listen to their music. We talk about their music, and you know, and go from there. That's pretty much Rap Sis. Then we got For the Streets. For the Streets is pretty much like Girl for the most part, but for the guys, and more open conversation with more people. We have a couch where people are going to sit on the couch and we're going to talk. And we're going to see where Traff is going to take it, because, you know, Traff is hosting For the Streets. And everybody know Traff is For the Streets. So he'll be hosting that. So we're going to see where Traff is going to take For the Streets. And then, of course, we got Any Given Day with Dan and Tony. So y'all going to see about that. That's going to be coming soon as well. That's a new one. Any Given Day. Yeah. So, yeah, we just building our media network, just like you building your media network. And, you know, just trying to be women in power out here. You know, not trying. We are.
Big bosses.
Big bosses, you know?
Period.
Yeah, big bosses. Big girl. We got our big girl panties on.
Period. Outside.
Okay. All the snaps. All the
snaps, ups and downs.
Yeah. So that's.
I love to see it. I admire that. I love it.
Thank you.
I love a woman that can be versatile in the industry, and you know, because me, I feel like sometimes I want to do a little bit of everything. Not sing. Not that, but you know, I wish I could.
Yeah. So do I. I think I can.
You know, I be like fake. I be, you know, talking about I want to do, like, I'm starting to like sports more because my fiance's in. I'm like, you know, what spots do they have for women to do things in sports? And he's like, you just want to do. I'm like, I just want to do everything. I just want to experience everything that this life has to offer. There's so many, you know,
but why not?
If you notice, a lot of people that are like actresses or actors or singers, they start off with that career, but then when they get established, you see them start doing
different things,
branching off into different things. I feel like that's a full life.
Yeah, absolutely. And why not? Why not explore every ounce of talent that you have? Yeah. That's what we have it for, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's a reason why you have the gifts that you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I cook too.
Oh, you do? Look at Roselle. His head went up.
I have like a little catering thing that I started. I love the charcuterie boards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's so exciting to me, and I like to do like different cultures of charcuterie boards. So I just recently made it into like a business. I don't really talk about it much because I'm so into the podcast, but I'm definitely trying to like push that, and I want to do like the whole comedy, because I love to pop jokes and stuff. I want to do like the comedy while I'm cooking.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's a dope idea.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
I'd love you to come on.
Yeah, absolutely. I got jokes, girl.
Yeah,
I got jokes
while you cook.
Yeah, I would love that. I'll eat.
Oh, you definitely get to eat when we're done.
I'll eat, absolutely. And I cook too, but I cook for me. You know, I cook for me. I cook enough for my peoples, but to be cooking, no. But I'll definitely come eat because I love to eat.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. I definitely, I'm sorry, I'm messing with the mic over here. I'm just touching stuff. But I definitely enjoyed talking to you. This was really, really
Thank
good.
you so much for having me. This is amazing.
I'm glad that you
so
came.
happy. I love this for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We definitely need to collaborate.
Facts.
You know, collaborate. We're gonna absolutely talk outside of this and, you know, build on some things. You do community work as well,
I
right?
do a lot of volunteering.
Yeah.
So I partner up with this organization in Queens called Astoria Mutual Aid. And what we do is we have like a free store, and they give out so many things to the communities. We accept donations. I mostly do it on Tuesdays. We go into the different housing projects in Queens, and we get the bread, the bake from the local bakeries, and from the Bronx or Hunts Point. They got the HUD.
Yeah.
And we just give out to the communities, and then after that, we're packing them so much, and I mean good bread, and it just sent out to all the free refrigerators. So I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always great to be able to give back to your community. And
definitely, that's how you keep the good
yeah.
juju coming.
That's right. That's right. And we want to keep the good juju coming in all the time.
All the time.
You know, it's all about doing good. You always want to do good, and put out good, give good, receive good. You know, it's reasons why we do good, right?
That's
because
how you
we
stay up. By giving it,
you want the good to come back.
I would say when you do good, you know, send that elevator back down for the next person, and then you're gonna have more opportunities opening up for you.
But you know what? When the elevator comes down, you got to be ready for it. You got to be worthy. You got to be worthy to walk into that elevator too.
Especially if it's attached to my name.
That's right. Because you know, some people you send it back and you want to do good, and you know there are people who come to you who wants this or wants this help or whatever, and you may give them what they need, and then they do nothing with it, and it becomes, you know, it just lands on deaf ears.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we have to use our discernment too on who we deciding to, you know, give that good juju. Yeah, that's right. Not that necessarily.
For sure.
For Anastasia, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Oh, girl.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all check out Guileless Intentions. Y'all follow online. All the information is going to be down in the description.
Thank you.
But we are out here, women out here getting it. We are making our moves, doing our thing. You know, my inspiration right here. I love to speak to other women who are out there getting it, who are doing their thing, because for me, that motivates me. You know, that continues to inspire me, and it gives me something to look up to. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
You know, so never stop looking or going after that inspiration. Never stop. Everybody around you is inspiration. You know, I feel like the guys that I have working with me, you know, they inspire me as well, because when people know their shit, it just makes you want to be on top of your shit.
Your shit. That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah.
So shouts to us. You already know,
Shout
girl.
out to women in power.
Yes.
Hi,
We'll see y'all
girl.
soon. Yeah.